Hello, welcome to Viewer Suggestion 5. Yes, this is something proposed, or a playthrough proposed, by you, the community, by my viewers. Basically, it was like, hey, just try this. And usually it is things along the lines of, try these tomes, here are the map rules, you can only use specific classes, that sort of thing. In this case, we are combining two suggestions, and if you happen to have suggestions of your own, or ideas you want me to try and play out, please send them to sparkytdk@gmail.com. Again, that is just the channel name at gmail.com, so sparkytdk@gmail.com, and they can literally be anything. They're just, like, it could be your favorite thing you like to play, it could be just something you've always wanted to see, anything. I keep the list going, I pick ones that seem interesting, or in this case, I combine ones that seem interesting. So the suggestion this time is from two different people. They emailed me. Unfortunately, they did not leave a username. So, thank you for whoever gave the suggestions, both of you. It is appreciated, and please, out there in the community and public, keep them coming. You can just leave them in the comments on YouTube, but I cannot guarantee I will get your name or your handle, whatever you want to call it, your nom de guerre. In this case, one person suggested build a faction based on real-world civilizations. So either, I would think, we can go one of two ways. Desert, right? And here, we'll go into it. So either, I'm just gonna go to create a faction real quick.
Your journey starts here.
Create faction,
What is
fine.
your people's form?
So either, like, I guess you can do high, right? Oathsworn, I'm trying to, Barbarian you could pull. Primal Dune Serpent makes me think of, like, nomads, deserts, that sort of thing. Right? Right, so you can do it. Industrious would just be industrialized nations. Dark and Mystic you really can't do. Reaver, yeah, and conquistadors and that sort of thing. But I'm gonna do Architect, as in monument builders. I'm not sure what Architect we're gonna go. And feudal, very obvious. Knights and that sort of thing. High, I would argue, like, is King Arthur or that sort of thing. But definitely feudal, architect, and primal, barbarian, reavers, and industrious all existed in real world. So we're gonna go architect. I'm not sure what. Okay.
What is your people's form?
I will also say, I was like, oh, that's neat. And someone also said, go achievement hunting. They didn't tell me what achievement to go for. They just said, go achievement hunting. I was like, oh, okay. So, the achievement we're going to go for is from Thrones of Blood, which is kill an elder vampire. I have to be an elder vampire. Hold on, let me look this up. I may need to create a bunch of factions. Achievements. Age of Wonders 4. The Age of Wonders 4 wiki has a great one. Yeah, specifically, defeat an elder vampire empire. Whew. God, my elder vampire empire. From Boston, I parked the car in Harvard Yard while eating my clam chowder and defeating elder vampires. Elder Vampires Empire. Oh, okay. Anyways, as a champion with the Ranger class. So, if I create a new game,
Choose your destination.
Unknown Realm. Large. Hard. Alright, that's too much,
Choose
right?
your
Sorry,
destination.
create realm. Customize realm. Unknown. Yeah, that's fine. We'll skip inhabitant. Oh no, that's fine. Unknown. This one we skip. The prescience trait. Presence trait. And then after that we add... I think we're gonna World Seals Dormant. Specifically. Oh no. None. Right, hold on. Geography traits, they're good. We're gonna remove Sunless Highlands. Everything else is fine. Inhabitant traits go nuts. Presence traits, we're not gonna use those, so it doesn't matter. This one, we're gonna disable World Seals. We're gonna disable Block Underground. Everything else should be fine. I'm trying to think. And we got rid of mega cities. So we're good there. Oh! Okay, that's fine. There! Or maybe that's map specific. I thought there was one. Huh. I thought there was a trait. But maybe that's map specific. That made all angelic units. Oh, is that immortal? Did I read that wrong, Realms? Routed units. That routed units are never lost. It is immediately routed. This is alright, and we'll get rid of immortal. Because then it turns it into just a slogfest, right? Everything else is fine. And we add always Crystal Dwelling and regenerating infestations, hard, normal, turn system, map size large, difficulty hard, advanced settings, game flow slow is fine, everything else should be fine. Factions. So I have
Your
to
journey
pick,
starts here.
filter only this. Elder Vampire, Elder Vampire, Elder Vampire, Elder, 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 Elder. Okay. So they're all Elder. That is fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright, I'm gonna roll a d8. 1, 2, 3. 8. Select.
Your journey starts here.
Filter. Can I select them again? Ah. Wait. Select. Yes. Oh, that's weird. Okay, that's fine. I'm still gonna roll a d8 though.
Here.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Select faction.
Your journey starts here.
1, 2, 3, 3. 1, 2, 3. And the last one.
Your journey starts here.
1, 2, 3. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there we go. This is what we'll be facing. Everything else is fine. Yeah. So basically, if I had not chosen these, it would have drawn from these. Game flow combat, that's fine. Confirm. Sure.
Your journey starts here.
So we're gonna create the
What is your
faction.
people's form?
I'll take elves, I guess. I usually like doing the weird races. The traits are gonna be interesting. So here's the thing. Sunless is gonna be everywhere. Party's a good one, Elusive a good one. Like, they're all good. They are changing how defense and resistance works in the next patch. Damage penalty from casualties are... We're not going smallkin, I don't think. Tenacious is not bad, but it's best combined with the small trait, so that, right, you take this, penalties from casualties are halved, you take the small one that doubles the amount of units in a group, and now the penalties from casualties are down to 25%. Quick reflexes is not bad. That's healthy. Adaptations. Utility. I think we take cold-blooded. And fast. We're more trolls, but we can't do trolls here. We've got goblins, but not trolls. So we'll do this. Select again.
Origin culture.
I want to do architect. I use my standard is to go Materium, Nature, Shadow, and I think I'm still gonna do that. So let's just start off. I'm gonna grab a Materium tome and probably a Nature tome to start with as the first two. So let's start Shadow and see where things go.
What defines their society?
And my default is talented collectors and runesmiths. It's just a very good combo. It allows you to scale quickly, that sort of thing. So we'll do that.
Choose your first tome of magic.
So Normally I plan this out. Healing Roots, Vine Prison, Herbalist is just a good way to go. If I were to plan this out, we're going against vampires. That's the wrong thing. Right? Hardcore vampires. They're weak to holy. Okay. It's like, they just get shredded by holy. That is just the thing with vampires. Spirit damage. That sort of thing. So we may tweak things as we go. Right, here he is. Encyclopedia, thank you. Tomes. Thank you. All tomes. So, order. So, a standard build versus vampires, honestly, includes Tome of Zeal for Legion of Zeal. Right? So all units that are not magical will do bonus. And we're probably going to go archers. So that's ranged units. Right. Tome of Discipline doesn't hurt. Tome of Faith is a good one too. Because it gives... Oh, they've changed it. Yeah, interesting. Huh. But Zeal, right? It's standard, we'll say priorities are Zeal. And I admit we may change things. Inquisition, right? For the Inquisitor's Mark. For the Condemned. And Weakened. And Tribunal's really good too. And the Tithe Collector. I don't like prophecies. We don't have to. And Cleansing Flames is just a good one to have, right? We get Burning. We get Cleansing Flames, non-Zeal or Faithful. So you have to have Zeal or Faithful, which generally isn't going to happen with vampires. You get Pure Flame Stabs, which will help our support units, but we're not going to do battle mages. And Pyre Templars is just a fun one to have. Right. Oh, and that's tier 3. So, Cleansing Flame. Order. Oh, sorry. Material. Like I said. Enchantment's good. As is Purging Arrows. Awakened Tools is useful. I see they've changed it. They probably did that a while ago. We will have shield units. So that's really good. So there's a lot to use there. The other thing... Right, and then if we're going crit... Right, that's artificing. So, here, we'll look at just the things we want, right? Enchantment, artificing. I know I go those a lot, but they work well. And then above that, I honestly don't know. Right? So here. Enchanting. artificing. Now, because... Like, is it, like, this is useful just because of the Earth Shadow. Nothing in there, really. It's not bad. Geomancy actually has its uses. And can be very surprising. Transmutation is useful because it steals skin. Light resistance. We're not going to be dealing with lightning. We might be dealing with a lot of... So I'll do that. Like, this is just a very standard for me, and I understand that. And then nature. So here's where it's gonna get weird, right? Let's say we start roots. Okay. Yeah, notice no shadow. Right. Then glades for the glade runner, theoretically. So that's tier 2 potentially. Glade. These are all just potential though. I'm gonna need to insert. Oh, wrong way. Cut. Paste. Right. Cycles. Paradigm. We could make ourselves plant. I don't think we'll be dealing with a lot of fire. So there is something to be said for paradise. And then right? Force of nature. Alright. So if we give up shadow, that's gonna suck. But what do we want in shadow? We could still do blood right. Right? We're not gonna want to go undead. We could still do Doom Herald for Joy Siphoners. That's 2, right? That's tier 2. Alright. Then that gets me to Torment, which is actually really good. And then I think that's it. Severing will have access to. Interesting. Although going Crimson Rain, because of the Crimson Court, the Mantle of the Noble Blood, the Gift of the Old... Well, we're not gonna do that. So, okay, that's a pass. So, potentially Tome of Severing. Right? Disrupting Blades is useful. We'll get access to that both from Materium and Shadow. So we have a lot of tomes to plow through here. The question is, what are the priority ones? I would argue enchanting is a maybe. Right? Artificing and transmutation is even a maybe. But if we go back to order, if we're getting artificing, I would say that means prophecies might be a better pickup. Because what prophecies does is Our melee has crit chance, and this covers all the ranged units. And it gives them faithful, making them cheaper. Right? And we'll have access to that from Cleansing Frame, Inquisition, and Seal. So we're going 4, which is doable because we're going Monuments. But you notice now, right, if we're going to start with Zeal or Root,
choose your first tome of magic.
Right, we've actually got a decent split. Right, 3, 2, 1, but this is 1, 2, 1. It would be better to go Zeal, so we're 2, 2, 1, 1. All right, we are gonna end up trying to go 4 cities. We are going to, right, 1 monument for order, 1 for shadow, 1 for nature, 1 for material. The priority is we'll probably end up going, we'll go shadow, nature, material, but as a side effect, it looks like we're definitely going to end up going order. And we're going to want to crank that order to deal with vampires. That's what we're doing. So we're going to go ahead and select. Now, I have to choose champion because of the achievement.
Reveal yourself.
Right? And the class... Ranger. Architect bow. Let's start with Hunter's crossbow. What's a Crowmaster's bow? Is there anything neat about a Crowmaster's bow? Summon Grimbeak crows. Sure, we'll start with the Crowmaster's bow. I'll just go ahead and randomize this. Leg length. Is there a height? No. That's fine. We do need different colors, though. Okay, that's better. And we are vampire hunters. So is there something to me that screams vampire hunter? Why, yes, there is. Look at that. That, to me, screams vampire hunter. Red on black. It works? What about black on red? That works better. Okay. So, this is our faction, I think. About 30 minutes. The very standard build for me. That gets me 3, 5. Hold on, let me do the math. Alright. Zeal gets me 2. Roots gets me 2. The culture is getting me 1. And 1. Oh. That's weird. Oh. Sorry. The culture is giving me 2 shadow. Society traits is giving me a materium and a nature. Where did my... That's weird. Alright. Equals sum this, comma, this, comma, this. Done. copy. Oh, I'm so glad I don't. There we go. Save. Right, and the plan is tier 1 tomes gives me, yep, that's for nature. Wait. Oh, that's why. 0. Right. Inquisition gets me another 2. Artificing. Artificing gets me 2. Hold on. Delete. That's why. Alright. Zeal gets me 2 order. Roots gets me 2 nature. Then we jump to artificing. Which I think we do have to grab. Right? And then Glades gets me 2. And then we drop. Right? 3, 2, 2, 5. Yeah. We're going a lot of nature. So, Inquisition gets me 2. Cleansing Flame is a hybrid, right? Yes. Cleansing Flame is 1 order, 1 chaos. Prophecies is 1 order, 1 astral. Okay, so we're at 6 order, and we're gonna end up a lot of poison, right? If we grab cycles, paradise, and force, that's 11. So I think the primary is nature order. And then shadow is doom. Is torment a hybrid, or is that okay? Pure shadow, torment, and potentially seven. So right now, and then potentially transmutation. If we grab right, Doom Herald gets us to 2, and Torment gets us to 6. That's plenty. We're actually gonna struggle with order because of I think we're gonna end up doing mostly poison damage. And that's just the way of it. So I think we dumped Severin. I think that's plenty. Because remember, the monument, the pyramids we build end up giving us +4, right? So from the society trait, we'll end up with 4 material, another, I'll say at least 3 materium, 3 shadow, 3 order, and 3 nature. We are going a lot of nature. I think, like, the priority is, right? I think we focus order and poison. I think cycles is more important than glades. And Doom Herald is more important. How? We're getting a lot of tier 2 tomes. I think Doom Herald's more important than transmutation. Because tier 2, right? Because we only need 3 to trigger the monument. So yeah, I think this will work. I don't know how well it'll play.
Reveal yourself.
But this will work. Grand Architects, again, I prefer like a solid O. I don't know what we'll be going, but you can't go wrong with Collector. Get the Renown, you get the Binding Essence. More importantly, more hit points means you survive. right? Advanced settings. So yeah, I think this is what we go with. Philomena? No. Philomena, if you're gonna do it. We can come up with a better name than that. They're vampire hunters. So, first of all, have to have the last name of Van Helsing. It's the first name. Does Van Helsing? Oh! Von is his first name? Oh no, it's Abraham. That's what I thought. So... Oh, how about Abria? Abria Van Helsing. And that will work. Alright. They are Grand Architects, Immortal Constructors, Throne City. Oh, geez, what would they operate out of? We're not doing the Vatican. Grand... Church, cathedral, mosque, synagogue? No. Something vaguely holy. Names for ways to call something a holy site. Sanctuary works. How about hallowed sanctuary? Oh, since we're going... would we do trees? Now we're not really doing trees. So this is what we'll do. Onward. Not sure how well this is gonna play out. I made them barefoot. Awesome. I chose cold-blooded because, as far as I know, the only things that get rid of Sunless Highlands are Astral, Sand Swamp, right? Nothing we're going. Plains, forests, those don't get rid of it. So it does mean alright, so Abria Van Helsing. Immortal Constructors, Architects of Shadow, Quick Reflexes, Cold-Blooded, Fast Recuperation, Talented Collectors, Runesmiths. Kind of my standard build. We'll see how well this goes. Great. We're starting with Resilient Incarnation. Nice. So we'll save. Stream 1. Save. Stream 2. Save. And we'll stop there. This has been the faction creation. This should work. Oh, you know what I should have done? Is made it... Shoot. I think I have to. This always happens. I'm like, oh, I should have set these map settings. Okay. So, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to remake the map. We'll take the faction. Not going to change the faction, but it will be a different map. I want to change the settings on the map. Because I didn't add any random, did I? Always forget something. Anyways, so we're starting here. Thank you very much for joining me. I will go over that again at the start of the next recording session. Sorry, the next episode. We're still going to be in the same recording session. This is just faction creation. So this will definitely be the faction we're playing, right? I just don't know what map will be on. So I forgot to create the map. So I'm going to recreate the map. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, again, if you have your own suggestions, your own ideas of things you'd like to see played, things you'd like to see tried, your favorite things you like to play, anything like that, again, either leave a comment or sparkytdk@gmail.com. Again, channel+@gmail.com. Send me an email. Just make sure I know what it is. So say viewer suggestion and the subject or header line, that sort of thing. Once again, sparkytdk@gmail.com. Thank you very much for joining me. As always, I am totally forgetting today's broadcast is brought to you by viewers like you. Yeah. We're doing the end thing. As always, thank you very much for joining me. Feel free to like, subscribe, and comment. Smash that bell. All that jazz. Even better, check out other videos and playthroughs I've done. Best, just come on over and check me out live when I stream every Sunday through Friday, life permitting. Thank you very much for joining me, and until we see each other again, remember to be kind to one another. Hello, this is Gohan the Chinchilla, and we hope you're having a good day, as do I. As always, we hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, feel free to follow, like, subscribe, or comment. Or even better, come on over to twitch.tv/SparkyTDK and watch me live every Monday through Friday. Thank you for your support.